What is going on YouTube and also the Discord stage channel? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 11 December 2021. As always, I'm your host, Oth. Thanks for being here with us tonight. Hope everybody's been having a good holiday season thus far. We're in the home stretch for the end of the year, home stretch for the Christmas whatnots. The music has been playing. I've not been complaining, per my word. I promised I wouldn't. Oh, how's everybody doing? A lot of people down there hanging out in the audience. Cat Poop, Engineer, Toxic, Taco, and Bocino. Reminder, if you don't want to pop up here and chat, which you are welcome to do, we do have the thread channel going in the announcement. You can type, and I can keep an eye on stuff going on in there. Oh yeah, jump right into it since everybody's down there at the Mo for assorted reasons, and because I have a massive headache, and if it doesn't get better, this is going to be a weekly abridged. I assure you of that. First and foremost, as always, talk about some of the games, what's going on with stuff. First up, World of Warcraft. We always start with World of Warcraft. If you are someone who plays World of Warcraft, you're looking for people to play World of Warcraft with, we have people playing in retail on Area 52 Horde side. We also have, I don't think we have anybody left over on Classic anymore. I think everybody's made the migration back in World of Warcraft news. Where was it? Our very own Nightlife, who if you're interested in hooking up with any of the stuff going on right now in World of Warcraft, is number 29 world for his current Mythic Dungeon score, which is pretty intense. That is not teabag. Grats the Nightlife. Going out there, he's got plus 15s almost across the board. It seems to be a pretty consistent one to be the low one. Well, at least very small sample size here. I wonder if this is just a significantly harder dungeon than the others, and that's why it's still sitting at 12, or maybe that's just one that nobody likes to run. I don't know. But yeah, if you are interested in doing anything in the World of Warcraft, by all means, head on down to the Blizznerds channel, hit up Nightlife. He loves the company. He loves having people to play with, especially if you want to do Mythic Dungeons. The boy loves running Mythic Dungeons. He will happily run dungeons. Ooh, what else we got? Path of Exile. By all counts, Path of Exile, this league, going pretty well. Alundrel's on like his 5th character or something. I'm not 100% sure at this point. Every time I look over, I feel like he's playing a different class at a different level than the last time I saw him. He's been playing a whole bunch. If you are interested in joining any of the Path of Exile shenanigans that are going on, you can head down to Path of Exile, hit up Alundrel. Down here, he can get you an invite to the guild. We do have a guild. We also have people that just like talking builds and stuff like that. So if you've got a build that you are theory crafting, you want some help on, or if you're just looking for support to back you. Actually, I don't think we have anybody playing support right now. But if you're a support looking for people to back, Alundra will take the company for sure. There's not a whole bunch of us playing this league for various and assorted reasons. Cat Poop is still abstaining after the debacle that was 2 leagues ago from GGG, and I don't think he's alone in that camp. I myself am completely busy with other games and work and the holiday season, so there's just no way I was going to be able to play this league, unfortunately. But if you're interested in playing, like I said, Path of Exile channel, Alundrel can get you all the details down there. Where do I have a new message from? What's going on here? Oh, they're talking an OPSEC. That's what's going on. What else? Oh, Princess Connect Redive is up next. We do have a clan in Princess Connect Redive, which is a mobile gacha, which you can play either on iOS or Android, or on your computer with BlueStacks, if that's your preference. We are actively, well, I won't say we're actively recruiting, but we are accepting all applicants. If you're interested in joining us, we have room in the guild. What's going on for Princess Connect? I forgot to bring my notes up for this. Rack the brain. Double normal drafts start tomorrow. Free 10 pulls just started today. Reminder, if you're doing the free 10 pulls, get in the habit of doing those in the evening, because the current banner is pretty bad. Not a good banner. But we get free 10 pulls on it, so like, of course you're going to pull. However, The banner is going to change evening US time on the 20th, I think. We have free 10 pulls going all the way daily through Christmas. When that happens, you are going to want to... Words are hard. Why can't I words right now? Right. You're going to want to save your pulls and be pulling in the evening because the next banner is super, super, super spicy. And while 110 pull may not seem like that big a deal, there are 2 major, like, want to must have 3 stars on that banner, and it's double 3-star drop rate. So it's a fairly significant thing to those pulls in the evening. Make sure you get it onto that specific banner. Like I said, I think it's the 20th that happens, but I don't remember. If you get in the habit of saving your free 10 pull until you're doing your evening run to dump the 2 100 daily staminas, you'll be fine because the banner will be switched over at that point. Other than that, clan battles are starting on Wednesday, maybe? Yes, clan battles start up on Wednesday. It is Makoto memory shards. A couple of us are in striking distance for 5-star Makotos finally. So if you are still playing Princess Connect, or if you are interested in joining us in Princess Connect, help us match this next upcoming clan battle. Get with me, hit me up in gaming, or you shoot me a DM. Either way works. I can get you all the details on what's going on there. Yeah, because there's the next several banners. Good banners coming. Endwalker, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker dropped last week. I think it technically was already playable in some capacity last weekly, but it officially, I think, released on Tuesday. And we've got some people checking that out. Apparently, it is a very good story. All counts down in the Final Fantasy channel. Rindana Strider, Phelan, both big fans, and Taco was even down there talking about stuff. Mir says it's good as well. So if you are playing Final Fantasy XIV, I know we have a guild on Crystal Goblin right now in the US data centers. If you're interested in joining in any of that fun, hey, what's up, Taco? Welcome to the up here. Are you playing? Yeah, I can hear you. Are you playing 14, or are you just like joining that conversation?
I'm playing. There's only one game I'm playing right now. Speed running something.
Speed running health.
Speed run COVID 80%.
Yeah, for those
glitchless.
Yeah. Hopefully the success route. We're looking for a good ending, not bad ending on this one. So focus your efforts on making sure you get the right ending.
I need to be innovated, you know.
Let's hope not.
What are we gonna do?
Let's not go that route, all right?
What are we gonna do?
We were just joking about some shit like not even a week ago about a memorial channel for you. Do not make me make a fucking memorial channel. I will be pissed. I will be so pissed off.
I'll have to give the Strats voice eulogy.
God, don't make me do that. Take care of yourself.
I'm trying to. For today's the first day. Drinking this water. Shit.
Oh yeah, you making that transition.
Dude, if you just squirted the Mio straight into your mouth,
you
get the caffeine that way.
Dude, your heart would explode. That's a lot of caffeine. I need to look at how much caffeine's in that. That's not a small amount.
It's not as much as I've been drinking.
That doesn't make that a good thing, though.
I've been drinking equivalents, at my worst, probably 5 bangs a day.
Okay, but a bang is what, 100 and
300.
Oh, are they 300? That's a lot. Yeah. That's explode your heart.
That's a fucking lot. So this is actually a really... Mios are 60 milligrams each squeeze.
Well, yeah.
Which is half a tablespoon.
Well, it depends on how much you're So in a cup this size, when I do squeezy flavors, I do 4 squeezes, but they're not full size squeezes. I actually tried to figure out about how much caffeine I'm putting in one of these.
How long do you hold?
I don't. I just squirt. But okay, so... I've started. Okay, it's a huge sidebar, but now that you're up here, I shit you not, on the inside of the pantry door, because I don't know and I'm curious. I actually have a piece of paper and I'm ticking off every time I make a glass, and then I'm every time I start a new bottle, I start a new line. and I'm trying to see about how many servings I'm actually getting, because I'm getting more servings than are in the container. So I'm not using the same amount as like the serving alleges. So I'm just trying to get like a ballpark estimate of like what my caffeine can right now.
Yeah.
So that's my ongoing project here in the next. I fucked up on the last bottle because I forgot to mark at least one, and I'm not sure how many. So I've just like scrapped that set of data. But I'm tracking this week and next, just to see about how much I'm getting, so I have an idea. That's my personal goal. Getting used to tracking stuff before we do Strats Code Biggest Loser coming up.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get more people.
Oh, dude, if it's just you, me, and Vecino, if we're the only three doing it, then like whatever, like do it anyway. But yeah, no.
Working out is gonna be the hardest part.
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't, it's not feasible to run or walk. Well, I guess I could walk. All the roads and sidewalks are covered in ice.
Oh yeah, man.
Eventually the sun will come out.
It'll be fine.
Can you... Running in place, does that matter? Does running in place, like, the equivalent?
It's not the equivalent, but it's not nothing. Yeah, I mean, you're still using those muscles. It's not quite the same because you're not exerting force to propel yourself forward, and also a nominal amount of force to, catch yourself with your next leg and so forth and so on. But it is still something. Now, Precious says you just need to get Ring Fit Adventure on Switch. And then then you're, dude. That's like, you want to be a VTuber anyways. So like that's a mandatory thing for being a VTuber these days. Anyway,
that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to trying to figure out how to fit in a workout, like a proper workout regime around a full work day. I haven't had to do that since like Uncle Sam time, and the only reason I did it then is because it was mandated, not because I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to that, but I figure I'm gonna try. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do. I will probably do some sort of calorie reduction. I don't have a great idea of what my calorie intake is right now because I've never bothered to track that. But I'm going to probably do some amount of calorie reduction, nothing crazy. I'll probably aim for like 1,500 and see how it goes. And then get at least 3 or 4 days a week doing something, because for a while there I was actually working out a little bit every day, just like, even if it was just going for a walk, like a couple laps around like the block, which equated to a mile and change probably. But I've gotten lazy and like stopped even doing that, so I need to get back into doing something. I'm not in terrible shape, but I'm in worse shape than I'd like to be in. So, and now that I'm work from home 4 days a week, it's like that's 4 work days that I'm not going out doing anything. I'm just sat at my computer, at my work computer over there, doing work at a desk. So need to get something going to keep the old body happy and healthy and such. But yeah, I guess we could talk briefly. That's happening. Yep. Just because it's cliche AF, we're gonna start it on January 1st. Well, probably January 2nd. Let's be real. We're all gonna be hungover on the 1st.
Well, yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna be hungover on the 1st. I've no doubt in my mind. Unless I have like some sort of migraine or have to take like meds that are like I shouldn't drink with, I'm probably gonna be hungover on the 1st.
What's the 1st?
I think it's a Saturday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just lost.
The 1st, yeah, it's Friday into Saturday.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I just lost everything. Come back.
What are you gonna do? Just drink at home?
Well, we got Fam Jam coming into town for the first time in like a hot minute.
Fam Jam?
Yeah, man. We're gonna the fam's gonna be in town.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna. I've no doubt we're probably gonna drink on Christmas too.
Yeah.
I don't know when they're leaving. I know they're getting in shortly before Christmas. I'm not sure how long everybody's staying, but I have a feeling there will be copious amounts of assorted adult beverages consumed.
Well, that'll be good because then the 2nd is a Sunday. So then we can do Sunday to Sundays.
Oh yeah, Sunday through Saturday. Although we
weekly,
can
whatever.
have updates at the weekly. Oh man, it's almost like it's planned. It's not planned, but planned. Taking credit for it. Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
be happening. I don't know. We got to figure out. Vecino and I were trying to figure out what system we want to use, and
Yeah,
whether
I
that
searched a little bit and there wasn't.
there's nothing really good for
Nothing
with
that
Discord
great.
integration, which is kind of a shame because it would have been really nice to have something that we could plug information into through like a DM with a bot, and then the bot has some sort of like updated listing of how things are going for everybody. You know, that's
Yeah.
just like pinned in a channel or something. So we'll figure
Even-
something out.
I looked for websites.
I mean,
and
there's
there
definitely
wasn't really.
there's
There definitely is.
yeah,
but
there
it's
are some
not-
web-based solutions.
Yeah.
I mean, both Vecino and I looked very briefly when we first talked about it. I probably didn't spend more than 15 or 20 minutes looking, but we ahead of the new year, we will do some looking. I'll have some actual time off coming up, like substantial time off finally here in a couple weeks, so have a little bit more time to dedicate to all that stuff. We're still sitting on this Final Fantasy thing. We're done with that. EVE Online, man, the EVE guys, holy piss. I don't know what the hell was going on earlier today. I gotta find this screenshot. Where is this screenshot? Look at this madness. Look at this madness. What are they doing? What is all this? Insane. There were some big throwdowns going down. There was a 150 versus 350 slap fight somewhere. Boys been busy, and also Cinnamon Roll baking stream got canceled. One of the EVE guys does cooking streams, and the Cinnamon Roll one got canceled. Nope, that's that one. Back over here. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening in EVE Online right now. Not the least of which, in case you missed out, didn't hear, the EVE Alliance icon decal symbol thingy, whatever we're calling that, got approved. So that will be added to the game officially for all eternity whenever the next major patch is, where they throw all those in. It happens every like 1 to 3 months. So we're just kind of waiting until they slap that in there. But that officially happened. Super hype. If you are interested in joining the guys out of New Eden, though, whether you are a player looking for a corp or you are a corp looking for an alliance, Strats Co is predominantly wormholers. We live in wormhole space. We do control a wormhole with structures. We do a lot of other stuff too, though. It's not just wormholing, but that is one of our big focuses. We do high sec, we do low sec, we do null sec, we do PvE and PvP. If you're looking for PvP skirmishing, especially some of the other alliance members, I feel like there is always a fight going on. If any one of like a half dozen people is in the voice channel, they're fighting somebody. So especially if you're into PvP, there are PvP opportunities for sure. If you are interested though in joining and in checking out any of the stuff we're doing there, we take new bros, we take returning players who took a break and are coming back, we take people who never stopped playing. Head down Internet Spaceships, hit up Vorthos, you can hit up Mike, you can hit up Vecino, who else could be hit up on there? There's a bunch of people down here. None of those guys around. Wex could probably help you out also. He's one of the not Void Hounds. The other one. Can't I remember? Why do I always forget Wex's corp? I never remember. It's not Void Hounds, it's the other one. Helix Corp. Yeah. I don't know why I can't ever remember Helix. For some reason that name never sticks in my head. And there's no reason either, because like Helix has been around almost as long as Void Hounds. Like, wasn't Helix part of the corp or the alliance that we were all in that spectacularly imploded? I feel like they were. like forever ago, back before the Pretenders Alliance kicked off. Can't remember for sure now. My Eve history is a little fuzzy because I don't actually play Eve with the guys and gals down there. But like I said, if you're interested in joining them, head on down to Internet Spaceships. They got all the deets down there. On checking all that out, you can also type exclamation point Eve, more details on how to get authenticated with our systems through our 21 Step Space website and all that jazz for Discord and such. Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood. I don't even know if it's still Blackwood at this point. For those who didn't know, oh yeah, dude, you should be able to just come up here, Tube. I don't think I have to even like, Tube, see if you can just move yourself up here, or do I have to actually move you? If you can't move up here, I gotta figure out why that is. I'll invite you to speak, Tube. Invited you. No. I think I can do anything else. I think you have to accept that invite. Get his hand up. For those who are wondering why I'm just like talking randomly. Yeah, there should be. Should have an. Oh, were you able to move, or did I actually have to invite you?
I had to be invited.
What? Okay, well I got to figure out what that's all about, because that shouldn't be the case. Because Dice used to be able to just come up here all the time. NBD. I'll figure that out after stream. Figure out what's going on with that. How goes it? How are you?
Yeah, we're doing well in Elder Scrolls. We're 2 patches after Blackwood now. The latest one's Deadlands, but Blackwood is the last major update still.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to at least have the most recent major update, but if there's a good splash screen for Deadlands, then I'll go dig around and see if I can find it.
There will be something. If you just search Elder Scrolls Deadlands, there'll be lots of pictures.
I'm making myself a note. Deadlands. I will find a better one. Dice never told me. Dice never told me. He let me sit here with this Blackwood one up for like ever. Warned me. Do that so I don't forget. Bam. But yeah. For those who don't know, last week, Tube took over as the lead for the Strats Co Guild. The torch was passed from Dice to Tube, and great things are still happening. Hundreds and hundreds of people out there doing all kinds of crazy shit. Out in Elder Scrolls, what's the latest? What are we, those that are not playing in that amazing guild, missing out on right now?
So at the minute we've got at least we've got the one world boss run that's a social overland event a week.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to start up a couple more of those events. I just need to try and find time on my schedule. And we've also got 4 or 5 weekly trials, which are up to a 12-man raid. We do 2 that are aimed at complete beginners a week, and 2 that are aimed for slightly more experience, but beginners are still welcome.
Yeah, I will say I am consistently floored at how many different events are posted. And like, these aren't, it's not like before we like cleaned up the Eve event channel, which used to have a bunch of events that had, fallen to the wayside in favor of other things and like pickup type stuff. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 currently posted events, and they're all like actual events, not just things that are just sat
all
there
of
because
them except maybe the Friday normal trial. All of them get people.
Yeah, on that,
that one's a bit of a funny time zone. Trying to get some more people. I've been doing recruiting runs at that time, trying to get more people.
Right
but,
on.
We're trying to increase our trial core, working towards vet trials. We're currently trying to clear normal asylum +2. A lot of the people have not got an awful lot of experience there, so it's been quite tricky learning it, but we're getting there good. We had 1 session on it this week just gone, and we got to the final phase of the boss 3 times, so we'll probably be clearing that this week and then moving on to some easier vet content next week.
Yeah, I remember my first raiding experience in Strats Co was Guild Wars 2 raids. And man, you want to talk about some inexperience. We were getting like bodied by the first boss for a bit. Like not an insignificant number of attempts before we even like down the first boss.
Yeah, I'm trying to build up general trial experience with them all before taking them into anything too hard that I don't want to spend 3 hours trying to clear the first boss of a trial.
Yeah, that's not fun. It's not fun to lead a group like that. It's not fun to be a part of a group like that because you feel like you're just walking in place, not getting anything done. You're not earning XP.
Yeah.
You're just getting beat up constantly. It feels bad for sure. But yeah, Tube, if anybody wanted to join you guys over on the PCNA server, what would they need to do in order to?
So best bet is drop us a message in Skooma Den, or we can also be found through the guild finder in game. We currently have a trader in Somerset Zone.
Nice. I know that the weekly donation and raffle that you guys do to finance the trader is, I don't remember who started that. That like it's been going for a hot minute. That was a thing of brilliance.
I was told Surge started it.
That I would believe it. Actually, that probably checks out. Taco?
I only ever briefly met Surge myself.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, Serge is a good guy. He's got new baby stuff going right now for sure. Like his time.
I say was.
Hmm?
I shouldn't say was. He is currently a good guy.
Well, he's good. He's just Mia because real life.
Yeah.
Real life is a thing that happens. But yeah, the to finance that, for those who don't know, the guild leadership in ESO, they are tracking all donations with a not a mod. What's it called? An add-on.
Yeah, add-on. Yeah,
Yes.
so we track all the gold donations to the guild bank. Half of them goes to trying to keep a trader each week, and the other half goes back to the people.
That's super cool. They pull names on Sunday. 3 winners. And it's your number of tickets are based on the amount you donated. So people who donate more are more likely to win. But we've seen people who make very small donations come away with a win as well out of that raffle, and it's a real fun motivator, I think, to keep the financing. Because I remember back in like the early days when we were trying to get a trader, and Taco and Surge and a couple of the other guys were grinding hard every week to
Holy shit,
supplement
there's more people.
the number of donations, because there wasn't enough, and it's nice that we've hit that critical mass where we actually
For
get
what?
enough donations for trader.
Oh man, that was tough, man.
The early days, yeah, man. I remember seeing you and Surge piss and moan about it.
We were going for like small out of the way traders like in Malabel Tor or
Yeah, it's
Green
still
Shade.
not quite guaranteed, but we're getting a good contribution towards it every week.
Well, you got one in what, Lillemoth?
Lalandril, Somerset.
Oh yeah. Well, you got one on one of the
Somewhat
expansion
out of
islands.
the way in Somerset.
Yeah.
In addition to all the in-game
Wow.
stuff that they do as well, it is not uncommon for there to be holiday themed shenanigans as well. I know at Halloween they did a home decoration contest themed around Halloween and such. You guys do anything for Christmas, or is there not like enough
I
content?
haven't put anything up yet, but we totally could. I just need to discuss with the other officers and come up with something to do.
I was just curious. I didn't know. Like, I assumed if there was enough stuff to do like a Halloween decorating contest, that you could probably also do something at Christmas. I'm not playing Final or ESO, so I don't have
there
a
totally
good.
is enough stuff to do that. We didn't get a lot of interest in that Halloween housing competition, so
That's
we've
a
held
shame.
off on doing any more.
I think that's fine. I sometimes you just have to try things and see what works. I mean, way back in the day, we used to do Saturday play sessions. This is back when the weeklies were on Mondays, and we'd schedule to play a game together on Saturday, and we'd poll the community on the old forums, like, hey, who wants to play what? Let's get some ideas, and we'd come up with a game. But like, man, you can make the event, but that does not mean people are going to participate. There were some sad showings at times.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that we eventually canned, because the amount of effort that had to go into having it and coordinating it, and the complete almost nil turnout on some weekends was just like, it's just not worth it. And sometimes that's just a decision. So like, if people aren't interested in doing housing contests, and that's that. There's plenty of other content to be done for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to step up for more social events a bit lately. We haven't created any new ones yet, but there's definitely going to be at least 1 or 2 going up in the next couple weeks. But
Nice.
we've arranged to begin a couple more. But we're looking at getting more events sorted out and ironing out what the junior officers want to be doing in their positions.
Get that delegation set up. Figure out who's handling what. Well, Tube, I want to say, because we don't always get the guild officers up here because sometimes they're out playing games. Like Orthos isn't up here because he's out there smashing people.
I often have something scheduled at this time, but I decided to give it a miss this week. I didn't like what they're doing.
Fair enough. Well, I just want to say
one of the raids in ESO I don't like.
Like on behalf of Vecino and myself and the rest of the Strats leadership, like we really appreciate the efforts that the various guild officers and leaders put in to making the different sub communities within Strats great and like make the experience fun for everybody. Like we understand the amount of work that sometimes goes into the meta game before actually playing the game. I just wanted to say, like, we really appreciate what you're doing, and you're welcome to come by anytime to chat with us about like whatever you guys are up to.
For sure, man. I'll definitely have to catch you sometime.
Alrighty, mate. Well, if you guys are interested in joining Tube and the rest of the cats in ESO, head down to Skimadin. You can type !TESO. That'll get you some basic info like guild rules and stuff like that. And you can hit up Tube. You can hit up Dies, Ozzy Timmy. Who am I forgetting?
Sandman and Ghost of the Messiah.
There it is, Ghost. Yeah, any of those guys and gals in Skimadin can get you hooked up with the information there. All right, Tube. Thanks so much. Speaking of fantasy set MMOs, we're just like on a run of them. New World.
Oh, New World.
New World. Taka, how many hours you up to now?
Oh, I haven't played much lately.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, I transferred it to my fucking hard drive.
Oh wow. How about that?
ESO, and then ESO was giving me shit. So
you can't win sometimes. But that AWS outage took out all the servers on the east.
Oh yeah, man, that shit doesn't happen that often. But
I mean, I feel like, maybe it's just because everybody's work from home, so when AWS goes down, it's like a huge deal. But I feel like AWS has gone down a lot in the last year. Maybe there's just been a lot of press coverage about the downs. Maybe I've just been more cognizant.
When it goes down, so much of the internet goes down with it, so it creates a lot of press.
Maybe it's just recency bias. It seems like it's gone down a whole lot recently, but I couldn't be like, oh, it's gone down more.
Well, the recent, I looked it up. The recent biggest, before a couple days ago, was in June.
Oh yeah, back in summer. That was when like everything went down. I think, like completely imploded. It was real bad. But yeah, New World. We still have people kicking around on Aardvark, Arnavalkia in the US East. Toxic is our guild lead right now. We do still control territory. Things are a little rough on Arnavalkia. It's a little rough all over New World, if we're being honest. Everybody is waiting on some combination of server updates, or content updates, I should say, or server merges. Because right now, the active player base in New World, outside of a couple of servers, is real low. And our server is not one of those super active servers. I think we're peaking at a few hundred people right now on Arnavalkia.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when the merges happen. at least they'll be condensing and consolidating the active player base.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will do well for the people that are still, enjoying their experience there. I mean, like I got my 200 plus hours out, and I'm feeling very happy about like what I got from it, and we'll see what happens when there's more content to participate in, and I have hopefully a little bit more time once I get out of all of my new job training stuff that I'm still going through.
I mean, I think some percentage of the player base will come back, like when there's big merges.
Mm-hmm.
But I think to really have like a second try at the game like it's going to be like DLC time or something.
Yeah, and like until we start expanding northwest with the map, I think you're right. We'll see maybe 20 to 40 on the high end % of players come back for some amount of time with the merges, but we're definitely not going to have heaps and heaps and heaps of players in there all the time.
I mean, if the fundamentals don't change, I think people are going to come back to see what the servers are like, but then what?
Yeah. Well, like when we were fighting, I mean, it was busy, it was intense, but when we were fighting wars constantly, like it was kind of fun when you just like you try to make as many wars as you can, participate in invasions if you were high enough level at that point.
Yeah.
When there was a lot of player generated content happening, it was a lot of fun. But right now there's just not enough players to generate, I think, an adequate amount of player generated content. Not to mention the fact that even though they've rolled back and like taken back some of the things they initially said about how they were going to do stuff, they with the gear system, they're still just dead set on using this watermark system and making it miserable for folks. And
yeah.
That's definitely turning people off. Toxic just said he's expecting full world set merges to happen.
Oh, interesting.
Because there's just, which is apparently what they're doing on the South American servers right now. Because
that could be big. That could be big news, I would say.
Yeah, because then you're going to get. He's saying, numbers are going to go from 2 to 250 active to something closer to 2,000 after merge, and like that is great news for those that are still playing and enjoying it, because then you're basically at a full server at that point.
I mean, one thing to note is like, how long has Eve been out? How long has ESO been out?
Oh yeah,
and every week. We do like on our recruiting Wednesday, right? Like from Wednesday to Wednesday, we will get 3 to 5 new people from our recruiting posts, like without fail.
Yep.
And New World is 0 every single week, and it's a brand new game. It just seems like people should be like moving around, or if they're still playing, like it's not just that like the guilds are moving, there should be some percentage of people that like are staying and looking for a guild and things like that, but you just see none of that.
Well, part of that also, though, you got to remember, because they set it up exactly the way you would have set it up if you were in charge of the game development. There's like, we're only recruiting to a few hundred people tops.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
whereas when we're doing an ESO or an Eve post, we're recruiting at least the entire like North American region, if not more. And like the fact that we have players from EU and AU playing in both of those games tells you that like we're just recruiting from a much larger pool of players than we would be with New World.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other side of it, because of how partitioned and segmented the community was at launch.
That's true. And that I am passionately opposed to that game design.
We understand. If you could do it all over again, you wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, man. I mean, but it is what it is. I can understand. I mean, we've talked about it. We beat that horse to death. Like, I can understand some of the decisions they made. They weren't great decisions. There were decisions made based on systems that probably should have been reevaluated. before you had to make, design decisions like a very low population cap on a server.
Yeah, I mean the population caps and all the different like sharded off things, I think it makes sense if the progression is really easy and you could be like, oh, I want to do it over here, let me just boot up this character and do it over here. But imagine like combined with what we know now with the watermark, the watermark and all that stuff. It's just impossible to start over. So
you're talking about a daunting, like overwhelming and daunting task. Like that would be soul crushing if it was like,
there's
like start
no
a new character.
Way someone would do that. No one would do that.
Somebody would. I know at least one person who would.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Because he's done it. Like, one of the new recruits, he's definitely like he has a character on the West servers somewhere as well. I forget the username in Discord. Sean, I think.
Oh no, he's on Valhalla, which is US East.
Well, no, he's got another character though. Like he's got a character that's not on US East because he was.
Oh, I don't know.
He was playing during like the AWS downtime.
I mean, it seems crazy though.
Yeah, I would.
No, he might have just made one on the West. I don't know.
I mean, but like that's.
Either way, like you're gonna get to 580 watermark and then be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start at level 1 because I found this.
So that's the future.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a dead horse.
That's all new content. Well, I mean, it's not new content, but that's all new fun times. That 1 to 30, ooh, that was the best, man.
Toxic also said, yeah, like right now, like the pop is so bad right now on some of these servers, ours included, that you've got like no dungeon content happening, very few elite runs happening, a couple of groups that are, known quantities of players get on at specific times and they go run their elites, and a handful of other like pug groups get slapped together, but the market's dead.
Yeah, I mean,
there's just nobody generating content.
They need to be rushing these merges, I think. I don't know why. Like, it seemed like the writing was on the wall even from launch, that even from like beta, that they had this ability to merge the servers, right? They had these groups and all this stuff.
Yeah, and they were specifically setting it up like saying, hey, like if you make something here, you can't make another character on any of these other related servers. And it's just like, oh, so those are the ones that are going to merge together, huh?
Yeah, it made me think that, or assume that there was just a lever they could pull, basically, and they had that sort of merge figured out.
Yeah,
but I don't know why it's taking so long. But, like, this is killing the game. I think like you're really, I don't know.
Oh, I
would have done it a long time ago.
My tinfoil hat is on, like almost completely secured to my head at this point that AWS is actively attempting to kill this game, which is a shame because
why would they do that?
Because they have another game in development and they want to move all the devs over to it instead of having the devs spend time on this game that they've.
What game is in development?
Yeah, but why would they kill it? You could just sunset it. There's fine.
No games in. They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, they hired like 100 new devs. They're not all working on New World. I can tell you that much.
They're probably creating another shooter. Let's go. We got Valorant.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Valorant's just a copy of other games.
Another hero shooter. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Let's copy Halo.
For what it's
Crossfire.
For what it's worth, though, I know that some of our attitude is a little like negative Nancy on it, despite all of us having hundreds of hours in the game. There is still a dedicated group of people playing on the various servers, and I think if they just continue to hammer out the bugs and they listen to feedback regarding some of their design decisions, listen especially to your players who are actually still playing, not just the angry masses that haven't played in months and want to just jump in and sling shit on subreddits and stuff like that. I think they could easily get a solid, stable niche audience that would grow over time as the content and quality of the game generally
Yeah, I think
improves.
it's cool. I think there's a lot to like about the game.
Like,
So I do hope it succeeds.
comparing to like another game that's kind of in the same vein, Albion Online, I am incredibly more likely to go back to New World than I am to go back to Albion Online.
Oh man, Toxic just mentioned another great game.
Anthem.
Oh Lord.
Where's
I love Anthem.
Ninjaneer's like hair stood up just
I-
now.
I've-
It's like, did
I have
someone-
over 100 hours in Anthem. What's up?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I got like 60, 50.
Anthem could have been really good. If Anthem had been treated better, Anthem could have been really good. It's a bit of a shame what they did there. There was some interesting builds available within that game. It could have been something. Could have been something.
Could have been. It could have been a contender.
Could have been. But yeah,
Yeah, I hope it does well. Honestly, either way, even if the game fails, I think that there will be some learnings there that we will see in other games, like the craft system that, you know, before they made these crazy XP tiers, like it was kind of nice how you could essentially grind things all at once, and it was kind of really intuitive and easy to understand. I think the war system, like the territory control, was pretty cool. It's almost like what Cyrodiil and ESO should be. I think we'll see some of this stuff in other games. Also, like the leveling weapons kind of thing, where you can kind of you have one character and you can do whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
I am a fan of that kind of system for sure. As somebody who is guilty of being an altaholic, I am definitely a fan of not having to make multiple characters just to try different things. If I can do everything on the same character with some sort of nominal fee to convert over attribute points the way the New World system is set up, like, yeah, I could totally see a system like that going into a future game. I think that was one of the better things about New World, one of the better implementations that they had in terms of just like enjoyable and like meaningful gameplay. When you're fighting with a weapon, you are improving that weapon.
So just wait for the new release. AGS launches the medieval setting Old World coming.
Old World, but
2025.
spelled with an E.
Right.
Oh God.
Not based on history, by the way.
There will be a new. Now they need to just embrace it and just be like Newer World.
Newer world. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we do though, for all our naysay and shenanigans, we do still have people playing. There are people who are legitimately enjoying it, and the Syndicate faction is still going strong. The Purple Rain is still there on Arnavalkia.
Toxic threw out a faction change based on the merge.
That's true, and that is
yeah.
one of the things, like, to further enhance the playability. One of the things that's going to be assessed whenever we get the merge, whenever that happens, is figure out who are the weaker factions. Basically, like, if we're in the strongest faction, we want out. Whether that means we're going to the weakest faction or we're going to go to like the middle of the road faction. Basically, as fun as it is to own the entire map, trying to turn around a weaker faction into a superior faction is there's a lot of potential for player created content there, player driven, motivated, and all that stuff. So Toxic is looking at that, and as we find out more about what our merge is going to look like, that's going to be a discussion that's happening down in the Purple Rain channel. So if you are planning to play, I'm not going to be playing after server merges for a while still, so I am probably going to abstain from that discussion for the most part. Because my opinion, I don't feel like I have a reason to put my opinion in there when I'm not going to actively be participating in the gameplay. So like I should not be affecting their gameplay experience, because if I was like the deciding vote that tipped it one way or the other, but then I'm not participating in the content, then that's a waste. I shouldn't be asserting my influence in there. But That is a discussion that will definitely be happening once we know what
Let me,
servers we are merging with.
Let me ask you a question, Oth.
Let me answer your question, Lucino.
What game are you looking forward to? Any MMO genre, let's say.
Any MMO genre? Why is it gotta be
Well,
like
I
that?
get-
You already
alright,
know the
fine.
answer.
No
If, it-
good ones.
if you're gonna restrict it to MMOs,
There's
you already
zero
know.
good ones.
All right, fine. Any game then.
Any game
Like,
that I'm
next
looking
year,
forward to.
you know, in the reasonable, not like some trailer vaporware, like something that is coming out soon.
I mean, I'm going to play Darktide when it drops. There's no
Hell yeah.
unless
Let's
it
go.
is just like review bombed and like there's an embargo and the embargo lifts and it's just like dumpster fire.
I can't imagine like it's not going to be like wholly divorced from Vermintide though. Right?
Exactly. Like well, they are pivoting more to ranged combat. Like there is still going to be melee combat.
Yeah, I guess they
necessitated.
have to, right? With the
Right.
setting.
Yeah, with the setting change. So there is going to be a dynamic shift, and that will come with some unique balancing challenges, I think, for them. But they have a lot of experience in this genre, and really with not with the 40K setting, but with the lore of Warhammer, just generally speaking, from Games Workshop.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of faith that it's going to be good, and I'm legitimately happy that they delayed it because
What a
they weren't.
fanboy.
It's just delay your game if it's not fucking ready. Don't put out an incomplete shit product. Cyberpunk.
Oh man.
I'm
That's
honestly
crazy.
surprised anything got released
This year, that
in,
got
the,
out the
in
door.
the manner it did. Yeah. I'm
there
just
were a
like,
few.
game development probably seems like one of the hardest, you know, save like some physical machinery that you have to show up for. But like if you have a computer job, like one of the hardest things seems like game development remotely.
Yeah, I think
It's gonna be crazy, man.
Darktide I'm pretty hype on.
2022. February. Watch out for it.
Watch
Then yeah,
February is heavy. You got Lost Ark, you got Guild Wars 2 expansion, you got 9.2 WoW patch,
that. And what's up with Lost Ark? 'Cause
Elden Ring.
Hillary, I think he wants to play that.
you got a bunch of
Yeah.
other shit. What's up with what?
His Siri wants to like make a play on Lost Ark, I believe.
I know nothing about Lost Ark.
Yeah, well, you know
No,
what? You
I
can
know
tell
nothing.
Siri to prepare for it.
Dang.
I need build guides like 2 months out. It needs to start working.
Other than Darktide, like Warhammer 3,
3.
like I'm gonna get it. I'm not great at those games, but I enjoy them.
What do you mean? You're
That place.
if you're not great at those games, I'm
Well,
fucking awful.
No, dude, like Total War is one of
Total
those
War
games you
is-
think you're great, and then you go to play multiplayer, and there's like these guys are insane.
I thought you were talking about Darktide.
No. We've.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
Try
with
to keep up.
try to keep.
COVID brains.
I'm pretty hyped for Warhammer 3 as well. I will be getting it at some point. I don't know if I'll get it right at release. I may wait until like the first time it gets like knocked down a few bucks, like the first like 10 or 15% off sale. I think I still have. I think I'm caught up on all the DLCs for 1 and 2. I don't think I'm missing any at this point. And I usually like round out my collection when Steam sales happen because those typically go 50-ish% off.
I mean, these are all like multiplayer-ish games. I guess Darktide is 4, and yeah,
But in terms of
And-
like massive multiplayer, I mean,
like a guild game.
if there was any that I know of offhand that I was definitely at least keeping an eye on, it's the Canthan expansion in Guild Wars 2 for sure. End of Dragons. Like I'm behind
I mean,
an entire expansion for sure.
is that game getting graphics updates, or does it play like an old fucking game?
It never played like an old game. What are you talking about? Like it looks.
I know you were
it
like
looks
all in
fine.
on Guild Wars for a while.
I have many hundreds of hours. I have over 10,000 hours in the original.
Jesus Christ.
I have many. I don't know how many hours I actually have in Guild Wars 2. But this is the DLC. I've said it so many times. If there is a expansion that can bring me back, it will be this one, because it's Cantha, which is my favorite setting from the original game, like bar none, best setting.
And there's like ESO style PvP, right? There's like world v world or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And they actually just revamped that system just recently, like last week, I think, is when the change officially hit. So it's no longer server v server, which is what it used to be. Like 3 servers would get matched up. 3 servers that were within their, like, because there's a rating system for it. So you move up and down the ratings, you get matched up against servers that were around your rating. So I don't know how the balance has shifted now that they're not doing that. Yeah, those are massive, big open maps with structures to control and hold.
But it's not just a it's an ongoing campaign, right? It's like a season, or is it one instance battle?
No. It's running 24/7 for. They would roll the wars for a couple of weeks, and you earned.
That's like
points. Yeah, you earned points based on how long you controlled how much type stuff.
Right.
And then your ratings, like this is all back when it was server based. Like I said, I don't know how it is right now with the new alliance system. But you would move up and down in the rating depending on how well you did. And there were 4 maps. There's a central map, and then there's a map where each of the different servers had a slight advantage, like it was their map, so to speak. So there are actually 4 different maps that you could go and fight on. So like if you see that your server is just getting like blasted on one of the maps, you could choose to focus efforts over there. But if you're focusing too many efforts over there, then one of the other maps that you were doing pretty well on, you might not have enough personnel to hold that down anymore, and now that map starts falling. So it was really interesting picking and choosing how to like
I think that's cool.
with that.
If I could get involved with that like sooner rather than later,
you can play that from level 1.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Like World v World is available, I think, pretty much from go. You can just go out there because Guild Wars has a phenomenal level adjustment or level scaling system. So like it brings everybody to about on par with each other, regardless of what your actual level is. Higher level people will have some advantages still, but it's not this chasm where like a couple of low level players couldn't take down a max level player.
Well, I just tried to log into my account and it says this account has been blocked for security purposes. Please contact customer assistance.
It's possible somebody tried to like hack into your account, or it's possible that they've like completely deactivated your account, and that's like a security measure, and you have to like get them to let you back in. I don't know. I haven't logged into Guild Wars 2 in a hot minute. It has been a minute.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wait for you then.
You wait for me? Well, I will let you know whether or not I'm pulling the trigger on that or not.
All right.
Wait, what? I'm playing.
I mean, Taco's playing.
Baldur's
Jake
Gate 7. Dark Tide?
I think
Dark Tide. I mean, I do think it's a good topic for the community to think about. What is the next MMO that will be interesting?
I mean,
like a guild game I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the next one is going to be Guild Wars 2's expansion, I think. And it'll really, depending on what was the one that series hyped on? What's it called?
Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just play Diablo? Fuck.
Wait,
well,
Lost?
yeah,
It's the same thing.
It's an isometric MMO.
It's not bad.
Well, it's been out like in Korea for a very long time.
Yeah, Korea and Russia. You can play in Russia through VPNs.
Wait, Lost Ark. Ooh, man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research.
It's gotten some really. He got me hyped on it, and I read about it. It looks pretty interesting, and I've always kind of wanted like this really from Diablo. You know, if Diablo was like a real MMO, you know, World of Diablo in
Well,
the same.
I mean, it's
game.
like a Korean.
The
yeah,
thing
that's the
top-down.
downside for me is like these super like APAC region type games. They're super
Luckily,
grindy.
I don't think it's pay to win.
well,
Grindy, but
it's free to play, so it is.
yeah, it's free to play.
That's gonna say, like, I have incredible reservations based on the fact that it's free to play.
Yeah.
I will have to see. I would have to do some looking and seeing what.
Well, let me know what you think about that as well.
Do some digging. Yeah, because I guess really that'll be the choice. 'Cause I think people will either be playing Lost Ark or
Yeah, they come out at the
Guild
same
Wars 2.
time.
They're both February releases. They ain't doing both. All right, I will get back to you, Vicino, in the coming weeks as to what we're gonna do on that. Speaking of the coming
We need
weeks,
to
though,
set up that hype meter.
hype meter.
Remember?
Yeah, we do need to set that up, man. Speaking of the coming weeks, though, maybe a Strats Weekly next week. Real life dependent. Definitely no Strats Weekly on the 25th. Probably no Strats Weekly
Why
on the
not?
1st. I'm gonna be like across town on the 25th. So there's just no way.
Across
No
town.
excuse.
But look, wait,
I'm just
okay.
kidding.
So like,
You gotta
Well,
be
I
like,
can't
you gotta be
accommodate-
like Billy at Steered Wars. He's like at his fucking his fucking mother and father is like, hey, me and Zorobus are here.
yeah, the yeah, no, I
At the funeral.
like 50-50 50-50 we're doing it next week. It just depends on real life.
50-50.
50-50 I'll know sooner than later. I'll know by midweek. But definitely not on the 25th. Probably not on the 1st either.
Well, hey, speaking of odds, don't forget about the giveaway channel every day.
Speaking of odds,
Literally every day. And
Literally
especially
every
like
day.
somebody besides Scythe needs to win some stuff.
He won twice.
You know, twice in a row, didn't
there's
he?
there's some other odds going on.
But yeah,
The odds on if
Lot
I'll
of-
live or not.
lot of giveaway stuff going on right now, and I'm gonna like, minor teaser spoiler.
Ooh.
Starting on the 12 days of Christmas, 12 days leading into
Oh, yeah.
Christmas, that giveaway channel is going to start getting spicy. So like if you've kind of looked over them, you've been like, these are like whatever, like these are fine, these are games that I might play. Like, trust me, starting on the 12 days of Christmas, you might want to pay attention to that giveaway channel. It's going to get spicy. I would
Yep.
strongly recommend keeping an eye on there.
Wait, when?
The 12 days of Christmas. So that that's on the
So what day?
mathing backwards.
12 tomorrow?
The 14th.
Yeah,
What's
14th
today?
I think is when it is. Today's Saturday. We're on the 11th.
On the 11th. Yeah. So like on the 14th is Partridge in a Pear Tree. That's
Yeah.
12 days out.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought we were already in the middle of 12 days.
no. This is just
It's a
December.
countdown from the 25th.
Oh, this is just a countdown to the
Yeah.
actual prime time.
Yeah,
I basically just figured
You're
why
giving
not
away
do it
twin
now.
stick shooters just to prepare for the fucking.
What happened was I found these great gifts with the entire calendar, and I was like, I gotta
Oh
use
yeah.
those.
Well, you found a fucking random humble bundle giveaway pack.
no, the gifts.
No, the
The
gifts.
gifts
in
he's using in the giveaway
Oh.
channel. Like,
Oh,
you didn't notice? There's like the.
God, you put so much effort into something,
Oh.
and then no one notices.
It's like it's very
Oh.
advent calendar esque.
Yeah.
oh, this is cool. Damn,
Yeah,
it's already been 11 giveaways.
yeah, man. They've been going. If you haven't been paying attention, and like other people have been winning. On you.
There's only
Yeah, I didn't. I started a little bit late.
yeah, the 6th day is the first one.
Hey,
Look, to be fair,
Oh, I know the fifth.
we were talking about it ahead of time. Like this was pre-planned.
yeah.
In a rare Strats
It was
move.
only going to start on the 14th too.
Yeah, it was originally only going to start and be the 12 days, but
Hey, this is cool. Hey, I'm not knocking it.
no. Yep.
I mean, I like that people are entering
Hmm.
and
I'm gonna
people
post
are winning. So you know,
I'm gonna post a new VTuber GIF every day
New VTuber gift every
for
day.
the next.
Oh, speaking of,
Oh, this is got
last outfit tomorrow. Last outfit reveal tomorrow, and then the collab.
Yeah, last
Let's
outfit.
go.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have been the last outfit,
Where-
but Ian Curse.
where are our VTuber fans at? Let's go.
All right, that's gonna do it. We're already well over time. Maybe next week. Definitely not the next 2 weeks though. So this may be the last time I speak to you in 2021. If not, see you next week. I don't know how it's gonna go down. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out and talking.
Yep.
Oh, we'll catch you next week. Maybe. Take it easy, y'all.